What's going on, guys? It's James. Welcome to my most expensive, most luxurious flip I've ever done. So I've been flipping homes for over 18 years and been involved in over thousands of properties, but I've never done one quite like this. We are in Newport Beach, California. We just did a massive transformation on this property where we paid $5.6 million for this house. We put in over $1.3 million into the renovation, and we just listed this property for $9 million. Come follow me and take a look at what we did to this property and how we improved the value by over $3 million. So the entryway, the first thing is you gotta fix the first impressions. When you're selling something of this kind of caliber, it has to be the right wow factor. We ripped out the driveway, we ripped out the walkways, we re-poured because we had to give it a new construction feel. We broke up the coldness by not doing a complete slab, and we installed turf all the way through. That greenery makes a huge difference. When we purchased the home, it was a tired, old, traditional Spanish, and we wanted to give it more of a contemporary new age feel. So we ended up replacing all the garage doors with a herringbone finished mahogany clear stain to warm it all up. So the new concrete pour with the new grass finishes gave it some warmth, and then the garage doors splashed it all together. The home's exterior was updated with all new stucco finish. So we took it from a heavier texture and we smoothed it down. All windows were replaced with an ironclad window in a wood box frame to give it a new age feel. So come check it out over here. So throughout the entryway, we added in a new fountain, all new beds throughout, and then we stacked this thing full of plants and more greenery. So when you're renovating a home, the last thing you want to do, especially with something luxurious, is for it to come across as stale, cold, with not a lot of character. So we spent nearly $75,000 on trees and plants, giving it some greenery, giving it some warmth to really change that first impression. So the home's exterior was revamped with all new driveways, walkways, new landscaping, exterior paint, all new windows and doors, which really changed the whole feel of the house. It went from a tired old Spanish to a more contemporary, new age Spanish renovation. And wait till you see what we did on the inside. We upgraded the front door with a steel glass front door, and then the entryway is where we really started changing things up. One thing that was really important to us as we're selling a $9 million home is we didn't want it to feel generic. We didn't want it to feel boring. It needs to feel special. When you're doing a luxury renovation, the most important thing is giving the house some character, but also putting together the right finishes. So when you came in before, we had to get rid of that 80s feel. It had this like double reveal of extra molding, and it was just overly done. There was posts going on here. It didn't feel bright. Now we're in Newport Beach, California with a killer view off the back that you're gonna see in a second, and we wanted to get it way more open. So what we did is we ended up eliminating all these posts, eliminating all these overhangs, and then reworking this arch with a Venetian plaster finish, a glass finish. So when people come in, it feels luxurious. It feels a lot better than it did before. When you come in the front door, we wanted a wow factor. We didn't want it to be generic. You know, we upgraded the entire house with a 7-inch white oak hardwood, but we want our entryway to feel a little bit more special. So to give it a little bit of extra vibe, we added a 36 by 36 checkered pattern floor with a marble finish that matched up with the gray tones because we wanted to break it up. We wanted to feel unique. We didn't want it to be another farmhouse. The main living room was updated with all new hardwoods, and then we ran the same matching Venetian plaster as we did in the archway to give it a cohesive theme. We wanted to give it a subtle flex in here, but not too loud. We didn't want it to feel crowded, so we went with that Venetian plaster. Plaster can be a great way to rework your spaces and not spend a ton of money. The difference between that and tiling was about the same, but it gives it a much different finished feel. So through here, the dining room was massively updated. It was dark, it was tired, it did not feel good, and so we ended up updating the entire space with all new slat walls, a wine display, a Venetian fireplace with a pass-through that goes into the living room, and all new light fixtures. By splicing in our new exterior doors, it created a space that not only just feels like you're gonna eat in a dining room, it gives you a luxurious feel. That was our goal, is make every space a little piece of art. The dining room turned out absolutely killer, and so did the powder room. We updated the powder room with an integrated sink with a Taj Mahal quartzite countertop. This is one of the hottest trending materials in the nation right now. So you see in a lot of the Louis Vuitton stores. And so we wanted to give it a special feel. We bullnosed this all the way down, added in an integrated sink, and then we took a boring space and gave it a lot of character. Now in our living and our kitchen, this was one of the most important spaces that we had to nail to achieve this kind of pricing. In California, it's not about just selling a quality house, It's about selling the dream. In Newport Beach, the lifestyle is why people come here. They want to be close to the harbor, they want to be close to the beach, they want to enjoy that perfect weather. So we wanted our perfect weather to be brought inside the house. So in our main living room before, it was very dark. We had limited windows and it shadowed everything down. It didn't feel eerie and didn't feel bright. So we opened up all the exterior walls and we brightened this whole space up by retexturing the whole house, adding in all new lighting, custom complementary shelving that matches up with the kitchen to break up the spaces, and then we fluted our fireplace to give it a warm but updated feel. I didn't want to go generic. I didn't want to do what everyone else does, which is wrap it with tile, wrap it with drywall, throw some accent paint on. It had to feel like a luxurious space. So we plastered this entire fireplace. We made it a fluted finish, which gave it some dimension, and it broke it all up. Now, right here is one of my favorite spaces for Newport Beach. For those who know Newport, they know people, they like to enjoy themselves. They like to have a nice drink, they like to entertain, they like to have people over. And so prior, we had this weird sunken bar, and it was closed off by a permanent stationary window. That didn't allow us to access our outdoor spaces, which is why people are wanting to move to Newport Beach. So we updated our entire wet bar with new cabinetry, all new counters, and then a wine fridge so they can kind of party and they can kind of enjoy the good times. But most importantly, we now can access our amazing staycation backyard through our bar. We added in a La Cantina folding opening door, so as you got your ambiance coming in, people are coming to the party, you can be serving people on this side, you can be serving people on that side, and it really creates that spot. That was important. We wanted people to feel the house is extremely luxurious. So when we bought the house had that traditional 80s kitchen. It was a U-shaped kitchen with a peninsula with a little small center island, and it did open up the space, but it wasn't the size it needed to be. You know, for $9 million, people want a chef-style featured kitchen where they can entertain. Now, we had some dimensional issues to where we were trying to figure out how do we make this big? How do we make this bold with the space that we're working with? And we came to the conclusion that the best thing that we could do was to invite our beautiful California weather inside of our kitchen. So we added in a 22-foot opening wall, which allows the patio to come inside. We reconfigured the kitchen from a weird peninsula into an oversized island. We installed over a 14-foot by 7-foot wide island. This is the biggest island I have ever done. The home was complemented with all new rift oak cabinetry and a Taj Mahal quartz slabs. We had installed over 9 slabs in these 2 spaces. We waterfalled the edges, and now we've created the space. We have this huge island. We can entertain, have people on this side, and we can also enjoy our perfect Newport Beach weather. People can be hanging out in their staycation feel. They feel like they're inside the kitchen, and it creates that ambiance that we needed. So the kitchen was updated with all new rift oak cabinets, all new hardware, lighting, Taj Mahal countertops, and top of the line appliances. We got a Galgano built-in fridge, both sides. This is actually one of the nicest fridges I've ever seen. If you guys haven't checked this out, I might like it better in Sub-Zero. All made out of steel, soft close, and then we complemented it with a self-cleaning Mealy coffee maker, microwave coming in, and we upgraded the range to a 60-inch Blue Star gas range. The reason we went with 60 is because it balanced out the space to make it a focal point for this entire kitchen, but also it gave us the dual ovens to maximize our wall space for cabinetry. This section of the kitchen was one of the most important pieces for us. As you come down the stairs, you were coming into a sunken bar, open sweeping views, our beautiful new patio, our featured island. We needed this to be the cherry on top. So we added our 60-inch Blue Star range. We did a custom plaster hood that matches up with the same color as our fluted fireplace, and we ran our Taj Mahal backsplash all the way to the ceiling and accented it with some bistro shelving. The bistro shelving allows it to be airy, it breaks up the spaces. In addition to, it allows us to show off these countertops. This kitchen is one of a kind. It is the ultimate party experience. So after nailing the kitchen in this outdoor space, we really had to follow through on our patio because the outside in California is almost as important as what's going on in the inside. So on the patio, we added in heaters to give it an indoor-outdoor feel. This tile deck was coated with an old traditional red brick that was not gonna work, for our $9 million price. The red brick was removed and we installed all new tile on our pool deck. Now we didn't want it to be too loud because we wanted the feature to be the view in the kitchen. So we installed a herringbone natural stone white that blends in really well with the white to kind of break up the spaces, but also not be too loud. We want something that's timeless. We want something that's priceless. So now as you come outside your kitchen into your undercover heated deck, you can access your kitchen, you can access your bar, and most importantly, you can get to your staycation yard. You gotta check this out. So prior, this was all red brick everywhere, you guys. This was actually very expensive to remove. It was brick that had been sitting there over 25 years. It was dated, had a very similar color to this right here, which is not gonna give us the value that we wanted. The brick was removed and we re-poured all new pool decking throughout. A new fresh concrete pour gave it a new construction feel, and that's what we want to deliver with this kind of pricing on the house. It cannot be half done. We created a staycation with a built-in barbecue where we added a new barbecue system. We have a beverage station and a concrete countertop to match up with the surfaces because people gotta eat and they wanna hang out in the yard. The pool deck was updated with all new surfaces, all new stucco walls, and we revamped the hot tub and the spa that ties right in with your beautiful pool. So back here, we had so much potential space. A lot of times when you're renovating, you can just update the pool and sell it, but we wanted to create that vibe, that Newport Beach lifestyle. We added in over $20,000 in screening trees to give us privacy for a little bit of, romantic nights in the hot tub or the pool, but it also allowed us to feature the view off the backside of the patio. So this patio was massive, it had the views, so we wanted to maximize every square inch. We updated the pools, we added the barbecue, and then we created a whole new fire pit where we poured all new concrete walls, we stuccoed the finish, added in screening trees for some privacy. So now you can enjoy your beautiful hot tub and your pool all by sitting next to your new fireplace. This backyard is one of the coolest I've seen in Newport Beach. You got everything that you need. You have undercover patios that's been updated to the max. We have a brand new pool, hot tub, barbecue, and who doesn't want to just hang out and look at their harbor views and their beautiful house right next to a fireside? So let's go check out the rest of the house. So as you can see, no dollar was spared updating the patios and the kitchen spaces, but also inside the walls. One thing that this house needed was we had to get it to a 2024 standard. It had to be updated with what all buyers want. That includes the audio visual system. We spent over $100,000 adding in Control 4, all new security, all new sound systems, all new TVs, because if we want that big price, it has to have big features. Now, this blew me away as an experienced renovator because in Seattle, I can renovate a whole house for $100,000. And the $100,000 got me some music, some cameras, and the TVs, but it's also gonna help me get that $9 million price. So before you start getting into luxury flipping, make sure you research the market. What does it have outside the finishes? Look at that, budget that out, because this is a huge expenditure and you have to deliver the right product when you're flipping in this kind of price range. So the entryway was completely revamped. It was tired. It had these old traditional Spanish railings. We added in the new feature tile and we added in the oak new treads coming all the way up. We upgraded all the metal railings and complemented it to warm it up with an oak finished rail cap. We wanted to make sure it felt updated but not too cool. So in here is the primary suite. You guys, this is one of the most amazing primary suites we've ever updated. And I've done some homes that I absolutely love, but check this out. So because it's a primary, we wanted to feel a little bit special. We added in double doors here to give it a grand feel. The floor was accented with a herringbone oak floor. So throughout the property, it was updated with a 7-inch oak pre-finished hardwood. Inside the dining room and kitchen, the two spaces we wanted to pop and feel a little bit special, we installed a 5.5-inch white oak herringbone. This defines the space and makes people really fall in love. These little details can make huge impacts in whether someone loves it or doesn't. These little details will change the feel of a house from generic to more custom, and that's what we want to deliver. So the primary bedroom was updated with all new French doors that lead out to their beautiful deck. The views off the primary are absolutely killer, so we didn't want to spare any expense. The deck was updated with the same tile that we installed on the lower outdoor patio. And now you come out through your primary and you look at your sweeping view of the harbor, you guys. This is extremely hard to find in Newport Beach without spending huge money. We wanted to make sure this was emphasized the right spaces. Now we have new ironclad doors coming out, we have our tile deck, and now someone can come out, they can wake up, they can drink their coffee, and they can look at the views that everybody wants. Everyone wants to look at the harbor in Newport Beach, even me. This is why we bought this house. Originally we thought we were gonna move in, but we turned it into a $9 million flip. So the primary bedroom was updated with all new electrical, all new fixtures, all new flooring. It features an amazing view, but then we had to finish it off with the right bathroom and closet space, so check this out. So this bathroom is one of the nicest bathrooms I've ever done. It's got everything that I want, and I think that most buyers want, and we wanted again to create an experience. How do we create that experience? We had to give it all the things. So we upgraded the entryway with a steel glass door. We wanted to stay away from grout lines because it can add busyness, it can add kind of clutter, and we wanted to go with that kind of Mediterranean spa feel. The floors were updated with a plaster floor all the way through. Cabinetry was updated with a flat panel rift oak and then all new countertops. Inside this back wall for our primary, we wanted to give it a little bit of texture. Again, a little bit of dimension will go a long ways. We raked the plaster on the back wall and installed arch mirrors that float inside the plaster to give it that spa-like setting. Because we wanted spa-like setting because of the spa-like shower. Inside the primary bath, this is one of the biggest bathrooms that I've ever installed. So this shower was updated with dual steam heads. So it can be closed off, you can enjoy your steam as you're looking out at your harbor. Each shower was updated with a new rain head, body sprayer, and shower head for his and hers to kind of create the massive spa-like feel. It was accented with plaster walls, bench seats that match the countertop, and an all-new tile floor to give it a little bit of dimension. Now, when we went with plaster throughout, it's a great clean look. We broke it up with the raked plaster back. The floors are very, very clean. Adding this little bit of accent tile really pops out the tub deck. By popping out the tub deck, it gives it some dimension, and it really brings it all together. Soap niches were installed on his and hers with LED strip lighting. So now when they come in, they're beautiful nights. The Control 4 will add in mood lighting. This is all backlit up, and it really creates not just a primary bathroom, it creates a spa. The bathroom was reconfigured so the tub was inside the shower. We did this for a couple different reasons. One, because of space, and two, because I wanted to create a piece of art. As you come in, you have this oversized shower, a freestanding tub, and you can soak inside this tub and see the view of the harbor. So this is one of the most luxurious bathrooms that has everything. It's got a steam shower, it's got custom plaster finishes, it's got your freestanding tub. It has over 6 different body sprayers, rain heads, and shower heads to get you clean in all the different spaces. And most importantly, it's got killer views of the harbor. Like right here, you guys, who doesn't want to shower and look out at this beautiful harbor? I mean, not so bad, right? So once we nailed the primary bath, it was about how do we create the right closet space. So before, it was kind of this weird sectioned up closet that wasn't big enough. You know, this is Newport Beach, people got a lot of things. We wanted to make this where the wife fell in love. So we created an all new closet on a tier system. We removed a workout room and we expanded it to where now we have his section through here with all new custom cabinetry, goes all the way back into her section, which is built in with a new vanity, all new cabinetry, and everything is backlit to where it illuminates and it has a fit and finish that it needs. So when you're updating spaces like this, it's not just about updating the cabinets and giving them the cabinet space, it's about creating an experience, right? So this closet was updated with a vision of being like a small boutique. All new custom built-in cabinetry, all new hardwoods going to its beautiful new vanity, but then we increased the lighting everywhere. Toe kick, so when you come in, it's lit up, it's illuminated, people can see their things, and it's more of an experience rather than just some random closet. So the primary suite, you know, these were 2 spaces that we really wanted to focus on. The kitchen, getting that indoor-outdoor feel, making it feel huge, giving it the right upgrades. And in the primary, we were able to maximize the views, upgrade the bathrooms, and give it the right closet space to get us top dollar. Now check out what we did over here. Now one space that we really needed, before the wall came back here and it was an open arch to where it was more of a loft. Now with this house, we wanted to define the space. Where are the kids gonna hang out? Where are the adults gonna hang out? Where are they gonna watch the sports, the movies? And so we installed a new media room. In our AV quote, we added in picture frame TVs throughout the entire house. We set this room up for our matrix systems to where you can have 3 different TVs watching 3 different games or 3 different shows all at the same time. This space was updated with theater style audio system to where now this is gonna be closed off, and this is our new mini little theater space. It leads in to one of the coolest offices that I could have ever imagined. At one point, I thought this was gonna be my office, and so I wanted it to feel good. The office was updated with all new flooring, a whole new slab for the fireplace, and new French doors that lead out to a private balcony that you get to overlook the harbor. Again, this was a special space that we wanted to feel good because everything kind of leads towards the view. We were torn about making this a flex room to where it could be a double bonus, it could be a game room, but even though this is just a random office or a random section of the house, we wanted to capture it in the right way. I mean, who doesn't want to sit here, do their work, look out at their view? That will motivate you to go make more money. So the secondary bedrooms were all updated as well. So throughout here in our catwalk, we added in all new sconce lighting. We wanted this to be a feature point for when people come in. The rail system, the lighting. We upgraded all the millwork and door throughout the property. We hand built these doors. So one of the things is we had this inspiration for the house. We wanted some checker floors. We wanted this to be kind of a contemporary Mediterranean Napa style house. And we didn't want our doors to look like everyone else's. You know, we didn't want an oak shaker, we didn't want a shaker door. And so we found the vision that we were trying to achieve. So we rebuilt the doors to make it fit inside of our budget. We took a shaker door, added in all new moldings, added in this walnut piece, and it really created a custom feel throughout every different space, from the primary bedroom to every piece of the house. And that was important. Spend the little extra time and detail in this house to where someone's not buying generic, they're getting what they want. And then we accented them all with a high back gold hardware. It looks amazing. The laundry room was transformed with all new flooring, all new cabinetry, and we spent a little bit of extra detail creating the things that everyone wants. Who doesn't want a hanging clothing rack? These little extra features you want to work with your cabinet suppliers. We did built-in shelving. We have it set up for washer dryers. This is set up for more storage under here. And then we've got a little bit crazy with the tile because we wanted it to be fun and energetic. So now the other 2 bedrooms up here were your traditional updates. The homes were updated with all new flooring, bathrooms, and tile. The bathrooms up here were fully updated as well because everything has to be done. They're reconfigured. This is her bathroom. All new flooring, tile, and tub were installed. And then over in this section of the house, this bedroom all came together, was more of a his theme that we updated with a subway style bathroom feel. We went with more of a traditional white tile, black subway, matched the soap niche to match the flooring, and it really, really came together. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed our sneak peek into our $9 million flip. Again, we paid $5.6 million for this property. We put in $1.3 million into the construction, and we just listed this for $9 million. Luxury flipping is not the same as some of our other flips that we've done in the Pacific Northwest, but if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed about learning about how to excel in construction and flipping homes, make sure you like and subscribe below and stay tuned for what we sell this thing for.